Hi everyone, Yen here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Today I'll be doing a rainbow swipe. I guess you would call it a bloom swipe because I'm using the cell activator, the Australian Floetrol, for the swipe. So yeah, let's call it a bloom swipe. I'm doing it in the rainbow colors. It is still Pride Month, so I decided to do another rainbow inspired painting. So you will be able to read the colors in the description below. Um, I have a mix of different reds and oranges and yellows and greens and blues and purple. Um, so yeah, I'm just laying the colors down now. I will be doing um, the colors in a line and more or less in the middle. As you can see, I put it a little above the middle, but I'm correcting that in the end when I swipe. But yeah, putting some red colors on now, and then I'll be moving on to orange, then yellow, then green, then blue, and then purple. In most of the colors, I have added some iridescent Pebeo paints or other um, iridescent metallic paints. Not in all of them, but to make up for that, I'm also adding over the whole thing, I'm adding the DecoArt Metallics 24 karat gold, which I finally got hold of. It's not that easy to get here in Europe, so but finally I managed. So yeah, I'll be putting that on top of it. Very excited to have gotten this paint, and as everyone has warned me, yes, it does tend to take over, so I'm trying to be cautious about not putting too much on there. But yeah, there's definitely gold on the final piece. Um, right now, I'm just finishing up the orange, and then we'll be moving on to the yellow. Um, for this canvas, it is a 40 by 50 centimeters canvas, 3D canvas, so it would need approximately 440 milliliters of paint to cover the canvas and the sides. So I mixed up 500 milliliters of black paint for the base, and then I think I used approximately 420 milliliters, and then of course this the colors that you put on adds to the total. And yeah, it was definitely enough paint to cover everything, and this including the sides. I will also be spinning this to spread it out over the sides, just to try something different, which worked out fine actually. So I like it. And now I'm using the cell activator, so putting some Amsterdam Oxide Black mixed with Australian Floetrol, 1 to 3, so 1 part paint, 3 parts Floetrol, and nothing else. Put it on the palette knife as you saw, and then just swipe away. I don't know what it is, there's a glare, so it doesn't really show that much. The lacing here, trust me, when you see the final piece, there's a lot of black lacing and gold lacing. So I don't know why, but there must be a glare from the window. I'm standing right next to a window, and the sun was shining. So I think it's simply a question of the light that you can't really see um, how much it actually reacts to the Floetrol. But yeah, it you'll see it in the end result. I have sped up this whole video, so it's between 2 to 8 times the normal speed, because it's yeah, I just didn't want it to take up too much of your time, so I'm hoping you're enjoying it. Um, Now I'll just be zooming out, and as you can see, I'm finishing up the one side, and then I'll just continue on the other side. And while I do that, I just want to ask you to, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you will know when I post new videos. Also, I love if you leave a comment. I will answer to all comments, so please do. And last but not least, leave a thumbs up for me. Um, yeah, thank you. And here, as I said, I'm just swiping the other side. So I sped that up to 8 times the speed, normal speed, just to show you what I'm doing, but also not to waste too much of your time doing that. But and here you can see it a little better, the cell activator, how it works. But yeah, it's really annoying with the glare. I'll have to see if I can change my setup, because this is really the first time that I've seen it being this hard to see. It might be that my background is black. This is the first time I'm doing a swipe using a background with black cell activator. Could be that that's the reason why, but who knows? I don't know. Now I'm just removing all the paints, and then I'll just start spinning um, to make sure that the paint covers the sides. I did paint the sides, as you probably saw in the beginning, but I wanted the colors to also cover the sides, and it worked out perfectly. It yeah, really covers everything. So here we have one of the last spins, and this is it. This is the final result. I have not yet resined it, so that will have to come later. But look at the shimmer, look at the colors. The colors again are actually much more vibrant even than you see here. But this is what my camera could show you. Hope you enjoyed it. I wish you a great day. Bye.